I'm calling the meeting to order. We're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And to your roll call, Martha Wright Martinez. She emailed her resignation back in September 15th, so she's no longer with it. She's in the position now. Amber Avio Hinojosa. Here. Silvia Bruni. Here. Guadalupe Ramirez. Here. Jessica Antiveros. Here. Marta Valdez. Absent. Silvia Palumbo. Absent. Esther Pirewa. Okay. She emailed me that she's having bad reception, so she couldn't log into the WebEx. But she's gonna be challenged. So absent. Priscila Pantoja. Absent. Maria Iber Romero.
Present.
Sandra Cavazos Ayala. Present. Diana Rodriguez.
Present.
Maria Antonieta Reyes.
Here.
Maxine Verdeles. Absent. Rosa Maria de Llano. Absent. We have a call.
Citizen comments? Were there any citizen comments?
No, they have till 5:45 in case anybody shows up. To be present.
The reading and approval of minutes, September 12th.
I so move that the minutes will be approved.
Okay, second.
All in motion?
Aye.
Well,
Yeah. Oh, all in motion? Okay. Aye.
It's fine. So we all could, yes?
Yes, we all agree.
Yeah, okay.
The minutes approved.
And for our agenda, our discussion and possible actions regarding the following items. Discussion of this upcoming fiscal year of 2022-2023 action plan. An update on the state of women survey. The update on the Yes I Will Vote campaign. We have a tentative the meetings for this upcoming year. We tried to schedule right after Monday or Tuesday right after the city council meeting.
For the action plan last year, we had a committee, and we met, I think together like one time, but I hosted it 3 times to discuss the action plan. We did not get to present it in November. We didn't present it until January. So I don't know if you want to select a committee or a committee wants to convene to create the action plan.
If we not need to know who's still going to be on the commission, because some of us are coming off. I think this is our last meeting.
No.
We have one more?
We have until December.
Oh, okay.
Like we have the December
Okay.
meeting, I believe, and it's like in January
Then
the
new
new
people start.
people start.
Okay.
So we can still create the action plan for
Okay.
them. They need it. Yeah, I can. I'm happy to lead the action plan committee. If anybody's interested
I'll
in
help
joining,
you.
okay.
I volunteer. I think last time something happened and every time you have a meeting, I
Yeah,
was
you have
out.
basketball games.
Yes, I'd be happy to come.
Okay. Anybody else interested in the action plan committee? Okay. How about you guys?
You'll contact.
Okay. Yeah, I'll contact Joe when would be a good time to meet, and then we'll go from there. And then I think as long as we can provide it by like November, probably no December, like the December or January meeting. It can be presented to council. But we'll aim for December.
Amber, so our last meeting, for those of us that are moving on, our last meeting would be December? Okay.
And if there's no appointments made right away,
Then we
the member
stay.
continues to
Okay,
serve.
so unless like,
Okay.
somebody comes in, a new council member comes with their committee
Right away.
already picked,
Already picked.
then it's very rare. They sometimes just keep the same person unless, you know, something drops or something, or there's like a vacancy.
So then, I'm sorry, should we touch base once the new appointment, is, announced? Like, do we touch base with our new city council member or how do you
So
go about
there's
it?
no policy or procedure that you can't talk to them, right? Know that, we won't know until the November election, so we'll know by the November meeting, like who our next representative would be. So it would be a good idea if you want to continue to be on the commission, to go ahead and say, hey, I've been on the commission before, I would like to serve again. If you don't already have somebody in mind, I think that would be a good idea if you want to still serve on the commission.
I don't mind.
Mercurio Martinez, and so.
We don't know, like,
Yeah, we don't know.
There's
exactly.
possibilities everywhere, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But he can appoint you as mayor, if you win.
If he wins, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, the mayor also appoints.
So whoever takes his place
yeah.
would be on.
So either way, you can reach out to him in the event that he becomes mayor, or in the event of whoever takes over for city council. Okay.
The next is the update on the State of the Women's Survey.
All I can tell you is that we're waiting for the IRB approval. I've also started developing, I just need to review them with Dr. Wang, the organizational surveys, the ones that we're gonna send to organizations to fill up. And next week, I will contact Sister Mary she had invited me to be able to talk to the domestic violence meeting, and she said that all the local law enforcement units are there, and that right there and then I can tell them which data I need from each agency, for the report. So it's moving along. As soon as we get the IRB approval, then we can start giving out the survey, but not until.
I wanted to add on I need to send this email that I have sitting in my inbox. But I'm a member of Elvest. It's an investment platform for women, and they recently did a women's financial health survey, and they have their results. And so I think it would be good to share with the commission because this is women throughout the United States. And so I keep forgetting that I need to send it, but I think this group would. Yeah. Thank you.
Update on the Yes, I Will Vote campaign.
It's in your packet, a picture of it.
Oh, you put a picture?
Yes,
Okay. We've had some really, really great response of folks from a number of the partners that signed up. I don't know if you're a subscriber of the Laredo Morning Times. Every morning you see the roster that they're printing, and the numbers continue to grow. For example, just recently they added Laredo College, Texas A&M International. This is an old one. Laredo College just came in, the Chamber of Commerce just came in. I don't remember which other one, but I know that the roster, these are organizations that are agreeing to continue to help with the Yes, I Will Vote. And it's been really, really, I'm impressed. What you have here is it's a version of what the Lamar Media is going to begin to run on their electronic billboards. The message is not current. They're using an old, for example, early voting begins on October 24th. And so, but this is one of the two images that they're going to begin to run, and this is being done completely, it's a contribution from Lamar Media. The other thing that they're going to do, and this is going to be in partnership with the city of Laredo. The city of Laredo just came on board also. And basically what Lamar is doing, we went, and I want to thank Sandra and Amber, and I don't remember who else came with us. Was it
Maxine.
Maxine was there too. We went to the to city council a couple of Mondays ago. I was calling on city council members because Lamar had offered, they seem to manage all the bus shelters in town. And you know how all the bus shelters have ads? They offered to place on those message boards, yes, I will vote messages. But they needed some help with the production. They were going to volunteer the space for free, but the production of the message is done by another company other than Lamar. So I was calling city council to see if they would volunteer, if they would support it. Vanessa Perez very quickly jumped on, put us on the city council agenda, and they ended up contributing, I think it's 3,500?
This is 500 per council member.
500 per council and mayor. Those message boards are going to be scattered all around town. There's going to be 24 of them, and they'll carry 24 message boards. They're going to be scattered all around the district. In other words, there will be some in every council member's area. And so we have the college that's also very involved. They're hosting registration events. Laredo ISD and United ISD are putting stuff on their jumbotrons. Laredo ISD reported that they're having their parental involvement send messages to all the parents. So PSAs are being created by United.
They said they were going to do a PSA together, United ISD and LISD, which I thought that was pretty awesome.
The Chamber of Commerce is hosting mayoral forums, and they're putting out newsletters. The college, so it's been very productive. A lot of cooperation. So early voting begins on October the 24th, and of course midterm elections are on November the 8th.
Today was the last day to register.
Today was the last day.
But believe it or not, my mom, since she's gonna be 60 and she's a housewife, she's super eager to get registered to vote. I know, like no other year she has been this interested and excited as this year. And she said like, oh, I just want to post my sticker, I voted. So you see, this is the new, the reality of nowadays, because they want to post their sticker, yes, I voted,
Hopefully
So
it's
your
not
daughter registered, she's registered?
Yeah, it's actually my husband right now. It's in the process of finalizing her registration.
Today was the deadline.
Today.
It's on midnight today.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
But it's looking good, folks.
I want to say something. I want to give kudos to Sylvia. I was there, and I mean, it's amazing, Sylvia, the passion that you have. I've heard you speak many times before. We were there in front of city council, and it's not easy because everybody does cameras everywhere. You did a fantastic job. I was very impressed, and I felt so proud to be there, standing behind you. And Amber was there as well, and Sylvia, and I think you all did a fantastic job.
Well,
And I think people need to know that.
Thank you so much, Sandra, but and give credit to this commission because, that campaign goes back over 20 years, but it had sort of gone dormant. And, but it was a commission that brought it back in 2020, and then we went down again because of COVID. And so really, whatever happens as a result of this movement, because I've been very impressed this time around by I don't know whether it has anything to do with the issues that are on the table right now that so many people are concerned about.
Yes.
But we keep pressing the point that Laredo Webb County, who has, and I say who because we're a personality, we have an enormous potential, but we don't use it. I was shocked when I discovered a couple of years ago that 37% was the average voter turnout over the last 20 years. And then the primary, only 17% of our registered voters. I mean, that is just incredible. So hopefully And I think this is one of the reasons I'm impressed, for example, with the Chamber of Commerce, with the college, because a lot of it has to do with educating people. Maybe they don't know how important it is. So with the college co-sponsoring with the city, the mayoral and the city council debates, which began today, and then the chamber has a different take on it. But the chamber they invited the mayoral candidates, but they invited them to speak on how does their platform improve and or benefit business. They're looking at it from the angle of commerce. But theirs are pre-recorded and they're going to be running. And so again, you're talking about educating community. So, and whatever every one of us does, I keep telling everybody, take at least 10 of your friends to vote. Make it a multiplier effect. And so let's hope that we break that plateau that we've been sitting on for decades. So thank you, Santana.
Even in our
Very
students,
well.
like, that's why I tell them that it's so important, to just spread the word to their parents to vote. And I tell them, when you are of age, exercise your right to vote, because it is your right. And I was telling them, like, just for you to go and attend one of the city council meetings or even the board meetings for the district that you live in. And then I told them, like, my very first meeting, I'm never gonna forget that there was a man asking the city council in the district, like, you promised us that you were gonna fix the road, and the road has been like that for 5 years. And then, so I told them this, and it's like, you can go tell them that? If they went to your house to promise you something, they have to keep their word, and that's why your vote counts, because you elect these people that represent your area. And they were like, what? It's like, just tell your parents to go, or Facebook Live watch it, so that you know what you can vote.
And the dark side of that, call it the dark side of the moon, is that so many folks don't do it.
No, they don't.
And so, but they don't do it, they don't hold people accountable, and then they'll say, I'm phone banking right now. And I'm hearing people, young women, and we know their age. I heard a 22-year-old tell me, no, I don't vote. And another one, ¿para qué voto? But they don't hold people accountable, so they continue to do what the elected officials continue to be negligent. So the moral of the story is hold them accountable.
Yes, I tell them because they're little, and I wish, more teachers would tell them, because it is your right, it's just like your right of freedom of speech, your right is to vote, like, that is your voice. But yeah, I was really amazed that people were actually allowed to do that. I'm just like, yeah, just check out the city councils on Facebook Live or the board meetings for LISD, for UASD, and you see that some people do go and voice, their concern, or sometimes that's why we get traffic lights. I know that my suegro, my father-in-law, there on Dikes, there's Green Street by the church. Well, he went to his council member to tell them there's been so many accidents. My child crosses, which is now my husband, crosses the meadow, and there's no light. It was very dangerous, and they paid attention to him, and they put a light. And now my suegro can tell the story to my children. Like, that light was because of me and because of your father, to keep him safe, and now he's a doctor, so. Like, little things like those, I tell them, like, if you feel that is going to bring safety, then bring it up. And, like, tell your parents can go and voice it, because you are also a voice.
What grade do you teach?
7th grade.
One of the requests that we've made of our school district, because both United and Laredo are very involved in this, is we've asked them, please encourage your teachers to reinforce, because just within the last month and a half, over 1,400 young seniors were registered at United ISD, United High, Martin High. But so we register them. But then the thing is, okay, so we've got to register now. How to get them to vote? I mean, we have 141,000 plus registered voters. Only 24,000 of them went to vote during the primary. So that we're very impressed with the number of young people that are registering. But then we're asking the school districts, get your teachers to do what you're doing. get your teachers to encourage these young people to actually go and vote. Anyway.
So I do bring it up to them, and I know they're so little, right, but it's never too early.
No, 7:30 is a good age.
Yeah.
It's all right.
4-year-old going out.
No, I think educators have like the best opportunity to kind of like drill those things in their mind now. Like, ask them, you know, ask your parents, are they gonna vote? Do they have a plan to vote? You know, who's your council member? What district do you live in? Like, get their interest going now. Have their parents print them a sample ballot or something like that, so that they know who they're supposed to vote for.
My 7-year-old grandson knows all the candidates that are running in District 6. Because he started, what's that, Grandma Vish? He saw the sign Vish, and then he saw, because it's District 6. And then, so now he knows all the candidates, and he's 7.
Yes, and the elementary level, you know, well, I'm being retired for 2 years already. I'm very blessed with that. But, you know, at the elementary level, I know that, you know, we have debates and we have
Mock
the
elections.
mock elections.
And we have student council that they have to run. They go to the classes and they
So
have
it's not
to
too late. It's
present
not too late.
themselves.
Young, they're not too young.
But even some adults don't even know what district they belong to.
Right.
What now
Exactly.
it was change the boundaries, right? Change the,
And then
especially
Julio
2 and
Martinez.
3.
Sí.
Because I'm on District 3, but like just like one more street, and I'm not going.
And now you're in the other one.
My husband, his whole family is there in the Chacon area. And it used to be District 3, now it's District 2.
Yeah,
So,
very great.
yeah, no, it's no longer District 3, so now they're going by another city council.
You all do know that the Secretary of State approved the proposal by the county to have all the polls be open to all of us
Yes.
on election day. That's gonna be very helpful.
Yeah, because
That's a
you
real
have to
Because
go
a
to
lot
your
of
Get
people,
confused.
if they don't go for early voting, you know, it's, no, it's too far, I don't wanna go.
Or you go there and it's, oh no,
Or it's the wrong one.
you're supposed to go vote over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, vamos, porque vas a trabajar. You know, but that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, they always send
So
you back.
I think that the numbers will be increasing because of that.
I think so.
God hear you.
God willing, gives our fingers crossed.
And the last is just the meeting schedule. That way, you know, we can plan ahead, or if we see something that interferes. Again, I know we tried to get either a Monday or a Tuesday, depending if it was a holiday. Yes, if it ran into a holiday.
Do you want to add August and September too?
Oh, did we miss that one?
August 8th and September 10th.
September what?
10th.
Sylvia, are there any other events for Yes I Will Vote anymore or anything else?
Right now, basically what we're seeing is all the different organizations staging their own. Like the city and the college doing the debates right now. And, but no, as far as the coalition did something. The Laredo Morning Times is going to print right before Election Day. They did this about 10 some years ago. It's going to turn into a tabloid. They're going to print the name of every single Webb County voter who voted. It'll turn into a regular, the last time I think it was an actual regular newspaper. But it will be every single Webb County registered voter who will have voted during early voting. And so the message will be, if you haven't already voted, make sure that you vote on November the 8th. So that's going to be another big one that Laredo Morning Times is going to produce.
Did you say September 10th? Is that on a Sunday?
It's for 2020.
For next year?
For 2023?
Yes.
For 2023. September 10th is on
I'm
a
sorry,
Sunday.
you're right. It's the 11th.
Monday, the 11th.
The 11th. September 11th. And
In
then,
August is Tuesday, that's what you wanted, right? Let me see.
Monday or Tuesday, you said.
Extra. August 23 on the 8th is on a Tuesday.
Yes,
next
because
year
the
the-
9th is a holiday. The 10th.
August 10th?
August 10th, hold on.
For 2023.
I'm sorry, I got it.
It would be then August 14th for 2023. Is that what you're?
No, it's the 15th, 14th. Okay, because yes, they're not gonna meet until the following,
So August 15th,
the 14th.
14th?
August 14th and September 11th.
September 11th.
Somebody was checking.
August 14th.
August 14th.
And September 11th.
I motion to adjourn.
I second.
All those in
Okay.
favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
Good job.